All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome. It's the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I am with you. I'm with you probably about 5 o'clock. I'm laughing. I was listening to Wyatt's show. Sometimes people call in and they have the most interesting points of view, and the way that they present the information that they present is interesting. It's interesting. But as usual, come on in and say hello to me. If you don't mind, come on in, say hello. I always appreciate that. Say hi to me. Tell me where you're checking the show out from, or where you are while you're checking out the show. Because I know Janice would get on me like, where you checking the show out from? That's not right. Janice sounds nothing like that. I have no idea why I even did that. But just come on in. Let me know where you're checking me out. All right. Let's see. We got Robert Willis in the house. Good afternoon, Robert. Thank you for hanging out with me for a few minutes. We got Nikki. Nikki in the house. She says, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Nikki. We got Terry. Terry checking us out from Avondale. Avondale in the house. Uh, we got John. John checking us out from Covington. All right. Thank you, John, and good afternoon. Peachy. Peachy checking us out in Texas with all the big clouds and everything. I'll be watching your posts. I don't stalk you or nothing, but I see the stuff you posting. It ain't never about me. So my feelings be hurt. But thank you for checking us out, Peachy. Thank you for checking us out. We got Black Russian in the house. Bon Hill. All right. Bon Hill checking us out. Uh, thank goodness for your notification. Couldn't handle any more Wyatt's caller. That was a great call. Sorry, I had to leave early. We got David. David in the house. David says, good afternoon, little baby. That's you. Good afternoon, and the afternoon experiment fam. Checking in from the universe. All right. Am I referring to Ron D? Not specifically, but it was a good call. That was a good call. Oh boy. Thank baby Jesus. We got Andrea. Andrea in the house. Checking us out from Gulf Manor. All right. Thank you, Andrea, for checking us out. We got McConnell. McConnell says, what's up, y'all? He at the gym. All right. Got Angel. Angel checking us out from Mainville, Ohio. Oh, I thought you had a different last name now, Angel. Don't be shortchanging that, man. Thank you for checking us out, though, Angel. That's my niece, by the way. We got Nick. Nick Brown checking us out from Blue Ash. Nick Brown checking us out from Blue Ash. I was about to ask a silly question and I pulled it back myself before it got out. It was like here and it was about to come here and I caught it right there and I just pulled it on back. Thank you, Nick, for checking us out in Blue Ash. We got Pamela. Pamela checking in from North Avondale. Thank you for, taking a little time out to come and spend it with me or with us. I appreciate it. Good afternoon. We got Logic Slayer in the house. Logic Slayer checking us out from Gulf Manor. Good afternoon, Logic Slayer. Thank you for checking us out. We got Myosha in the house. Myosha in the house. What a rich ass. Look, people think I get on Myosha for being rich. I don't get on Myosha for being rich. I got no problem with Myosha being rich. And I don't care what you say. Nobody can make me feel anything but positivity towards Myosha. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about her. I'm not saying that anybody is saying anything about her. I'm just saying you could, and I'll never think anything but positive thoughts about Myosha. Daryl. Daryl says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Daryl. Steban. I hope I didn't butcher it. from Westwood checking us out. Thank you, Steban. I appreciate it. Brenda from Fairfield, and she says hi to the little baby. She said hi to you. I saw you looking. I saw you looking. Um, hello, Brenda. We got Drop. He says, "What's up?" His favorite liberal leaning podcast. Bro, why you trying to challenge me and stuff? Why you trying to challenge me? I didn't say anything. I didn't have a dog in the fight. Nothing. I'm not the one who made you say the statute of limitation. I'm not the one who made you say that. I just kind of always think it's funny when people say statute of limitations. Like it's an actual statue standing there of limitations. Like, no, statute. It's a statute. It's not a statue of limitations. But don't get mad at me because you said it and trying to challenge me, kind of by proxy, gonna challenge me to a debate. Oh, I want Emanuel Livingston to debate Wyatt, and I'm gonna be the monitor, what they call the dude? Why am I'm drawing a blank that quick. Moderator. I'm gonna be the moderator. What I look like having a debate with somebody and you be the moderator. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. You can be the moderator, but I need to see where you've moderated at least 10 other significant debates. Send me your reel. I'll check it out. And if I'm satisfied with your moderation abilities, I'm in. Even though Wyatt and myself don't need a moderator, we just go back and forth. I know that trick. You think you agree with Wyatt, I disagree with Wyatt, so y'all gonna be 2-on-1. I know that trick. I would actually be up for it. But I need to see your moderating abilities. Miss Pittsburgh, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Miss Pittsburgh. Thank you for checking us out. We got Jason. Jason checking us out, representing Earth. I don't know that you can represent Earth. But okay, you're from Earth. I'll allow that. Got Angela. Angela in the house. Salutations to Angela. We got Dwayne checking us out from Mount Airy, representing Mount Airy. We got P. Copenhaver. Good afternoon, my Twitch watcher. Can't beat that. See, I was gonna send you a picture of the car I'm about to get, but I didn't want you to shame me. No, send me the picture. Send me the picture. It's probably some car I've never seen or heard of ever. That costs like hundreds of thousands of dollars. But I'm not gonna tell nobody. I'm just gonna privately be in awe. That's it. Reese Mooney in the house. Family love and joy to all. Pleasant Run Farms in the house. Ain't that like a sausage company or something? You work at a sausage company? Ain't it a sausage company called Pleasant Run Farms? Either way, thank you for checking us out and good sausage to you. We got Mary in the house. White Oak, representing White Oak. All right. Got White Oak in here. Thank you for checking us out. I appreciate it. Jason says he's in Hamilton. Jason is in Hamilton. All right. Hamilton in the house. Let's see. Moderator. That's what I was trying to get to. Moderator. Thank y'all. But I overcame the little brain thing that I had. Hold on, what was that? I just heard a message come through. How you gonna not give me the phone when I got a message coming through? They ain't gonna grin about it. Kiki nothing. Oh. God. Oh. All right. I've heard of that. Wow. That's a nice car. All right. I almost didn't see it because somebody wanted to keep the phone to themselves and act like I wasn't gonna hear my message coming through. Um, Diane, Diane, good afternoon. Thank you for checking us out. Dwayne says drop needs to learn how to listen first. We got Vincent in the house. Vincent from Sims Township. All right. Sims Township in the house. And good afternoon, Vincent. Thank you for checking us out. Uh, some people are saying drop be talking out the side of his neck. Okay. Uh, let's see. We got the empty-headed hater. Now, look, I'm not saying that. That's not an insult. It sounds like an insult, but it's not. He's a self-professed empty-headed hater, and I respect that. I respect self-awareness and all that kind of stuff. So, greetings, Ross, the self-proclaimed empty-headed hater. We got, and I saw where he said I hated him. I don't hate you. I don't hate you. Not at all. A lot of times your comments are funny. A lot of times they're not, but a lot of times they're funny. So I got nothing against you. I got nothing against you. Be you. Be you. Deborah says good afternoon. Good afternoon. Well, she says hello, but good afternoon, Deborah. Good afternoon, Dominique. Good afternoon, Dominique. Glad that you're with us. Brenda also good afternoon. Jeffrey, good afternoon. In Indian Hill. All right, good afternoon. We got Anthony checking us out in Clifton. Clifton in the house. Grippos1 says dos. Dos. That's Spanish for two. Two Twitch watchers. All right, you can't beat that. I sure enough got two of them up there. We growing. Let me see. I think I already said that. Daryl says that's Pepperidge Farm. Oh. Okay. 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 Let's see. E, be careful talking about sausage. I was mistaken. It's Pepperidge Farm. Not, what do you say, Partridge Farms? Let's see. Talk about the lady that lied on former Michigan State football coach Mel Tucker about phone sex. I'm not up on that story. Call in and tell me about it. I'll listen. I'll also look it up though, because I don't trust you to give me facts. That's it. Let's see. What's the update on the moped? The moped gets rebuilt, repainted, everything over the winter. I might post updates like pictures and all of that kind of stuff as I do it. I've been busy, but I said this winter, the moped gets totally rebuilt. Engine rebuilt, whole thing stripped down. I'll actually just strip the paint off the body and repaint it and all of that good stuff. Replace things that need to be replaced, and yeah, that'll be done. I might post updates, like I said, over the winter. We got Ron in the house. Sweet baby Jesus. I don't know where did baby Jesus come from in that entire conversation that you were having. Where did baby Jesus come from? But I thought it was a great call. Daryl says, damn, he called you a no-brain hater. No, I didn't. No. He is a self-admit. We were having a conversation, and I was asking him about why doesn't he do a show, because, I think people would like to hear his thoughts and all of that kind of stuff. And he said, I don't have no thoughts. I'm just a hater. Okay. You're an empty-headed hater. That's not an insult when someone says it about themselves. So, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. John says, get to your point, Jim. All right. We got Stephanie. Stephanie in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We got Lonzo. Lonzo. Good Friday afternoon, people. Thank you, Stephanie and Lonzo, for checking me out. I appreciate it. Yo in the house. Yo in the house. Good afternoon, everyone. LaDonna says that's a whole new bike. It's really not. Hold on. Drop. I don't. Okay, I was about to say it. Say I got a call coming in, but I didn't actually see the call. So we got Drop calling in. Drop Squad. What's the number again? I want to get it right.
52.
Drop Squad 52 in the house.
What's up, Emanuel?
Hey, what's up with you?
I'm only calling because you asked me to call. Okay, I know you're a sports fan. That's why I put that in the chat.
Okay.
Because I'm staying away from politics. You ain't talk about it.
You can talk about politics. I don't mind talking about politics. I heard a part of the what I felt like was slightly nonsensical, maybe not even nonsensical. It was just very one-sided and jaded conversation that you and Wyatt were having, and I don't understand some of y'all positions. And so I love to ask people who don't agree with me why they think the way that they think, because you could easily give me some information that I didn't have and, change my perspective on a thing. So I don't have a problem with you talking about politics, but I know you called to talk about the Michigan State thing. So go ahead.
Yes. Mel Tucker, who was the previous head coach at Colorado University, where Deion Sanders' Coach Prime is. Now, he was there for 1 year. He left and went to Michigan State. It was his alma mater, had to take the job. So his first season, best record in 10 years, 11-2, I think. So the next year, they give him a 10-year, $95 million contract. So his program hires this sexual assault activist who was actually a victim at one time named Brenda Tracy. So after being only a year or two into this $95 million 10-year contract, she accused the coach, a black coach, Mel Tucker, of having, now get ready for this one, Emanuel. I see you got the kid in the background. Okay?
She can't hear a word.
Okay. She accused him of unconsensual phone sex. Now, again, he admitted that he had a relationship with this woman, and the conversation was consensual. Okay? So because he admitted to the phone call, he was fired for cause, which means his contract was terminated.
Okay.
Now, we fast forward almost a month later. They filed a lawsuit in discovery. She had to turn over all her text messages. Guess what, Manuel? She lied. She lied. She lied about the entire incident. There's other things in her text messages where she was in a relationship with other black coaches. Now, I'm not saying because she's white, she got jungle fever, but based on what was in those text messages, there's a pattern with her. Now, the same thing happened to Jonathan Major.
Wait, hold on. Before you go there, because, of course, you're telling me this story. When you say...
I know you're looking it up. That's why I was saying it.
I'm kind of looking, but you say...
I know you're looking.
...that the text messages prove that she lied. What did the text messages say that proves that she lied about at least one, like you... Because a lot of people don't think about this, right? And I'm not saying he's guilty or anything like that. I'm asking the question. You could have a consensual relationship with somebody 100 times, but if one time she say no, or if one time he say no, and you do it anyway, then that's non-consensual. So did the text messages prove that there was never a non-consensual thing that happened via phone with the two of them?
Okay, Emmanuel, again, I'm not going to accuse you of anything here, but you've been around a little bit, okay? How can you have non-consensual phone sex?
Oh, easy.
How is that possible?
It's very easy. All right.
No,
Hold
I'm
on.
saying,
No, let me explain. No,
is it based on language?
it might be based on a
How,
number of things.
how do you,
It could be
huh?
based on a number of things, right? So say I'm talking to a female friend of mine, and we're having
Mm-hmm.
a business conversation or whatever. She want to order some shirts, whatever, and out of nowhere she starts talking sexual to me, and I'm like, nah, chill on all of that. I need to know
Okay,
what
and
design
you
you.
hang up,
No,
and you hang up.
not necessarily. I tell her to chill on that, and then next
Oh,
thing I know, I get a picture of her vagina. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
no,
sign up for none of
not,
that.
I see you adding. You're
I'm
adding
hold on.
to
No,
the scenario.
I'm not adding anything. You asked me how could this be, and
I
I'm
said it
giving
was
you a
it was.
scenario where it could be. So I'm saying it is possible
Mm-hmm.
to attempt to have a conversation with someone and they keep talking sexual and you like, I don't want to talk about sex. Don't tell me, how big your titties are. Don't tell me how, wet your vagina is or anything like that. I need to know how many shirts you want to order. At that point, it's been a non-consensual sexual conversation that I didn't ask for. Now, sure,
Okay,
I can
so
hang
again,
up and end the non-consensual sexual conversation, but that doesn't mean that the non-consensual sexual conversation didn't happen. So you
okay,
said that there was
so why
proof
are
that
you
it didn't happen.
why are you asking me that question when you said you
'Cause
pulled up the story?
No, I
Because
didn't
I'm
say.
just
I didn't say
explaining
it.
it to.
Stop.
I'm not.
Stop. I didn't say I pulled up the story. I said I'm looking for a story that says that there is proof that this conversation didn't happen because you said that there was proof that it didn't happen. And if you're coming and telling me, hey, I read the story and it said there was proof, it sounds reasonable for me to ask, what was the proof? That's it.
The proof, okay, listen. The way the case went down, okay, when she exposed these text messages or conversations, I don't know which one, but they're both the same, okay? When she gave this information to ESPN, then Michigan State responded by suspending Mel Tucker pending investigation. So in the process of the investigation, he admitted that he was in a relationship with her.
Okay.
But because of the nature of the accusation, not the content of what was in the call or recorded text message or whatever,
Right.
but the fact that he admitted to her allegation, they fired him with cause because in his contract, by him doing those things with her, that was a violation of his contract because of her position.
And
Remember,
that sounds quite reasonable.
He was a hired consultant
Right.
for the football program to talk about sexual assault. Okay? So when they fired him, that's when his side filed their lawsuit.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
So when you file a lawsuit, you have discovery.
Exactly.
So again, I'm going off the top of my head, Emanuel.
Okay.
I think he had text messages or recorded calls of her to contradict what her allegations originally were, to prove that she lied about the entire thing.
But
that doesn't mean he'll get his job back.
Right, but you're not
contract.
sure what that proof is. You just believe a story.
I'm not sure, but
right.
It's proven.
No,
it's proven.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Player,
Drop. Wait. You believe a story that you read that said that it was proven, or has the courts kind of ruled in his favor and said that we've been presented with proof that this never happened? Which of those is it?
No, because they're in the first phases of the case. That's how this
part
of it came out.
So you believe it's proven based on a story that you read, but you have no details.
It's multiple stories. Type in Mel Tucker, okay? Type in Mel Tucker and Brenda Tracy.
Okay.
Just type in those two.
Okay.
But see,
That still won't
Emmanuel,
prove anything.
Emmanuel, that's the thing. See, Emmanuel, that's the thing. Because she was white, he was black. She was going on all these shows talking about this. Okay? ESPN. And the university had no choice because women don't lie. Everything they say is true. The same thing happened to former Cincinnati baseball player, now with the Dodgers. You know who he is.
No, I don't.
Don't you?
No.
Trevor. You ain't heard about that case either.
No.
Okay, again.
I don't follow
another
baseball.
Woman lied. Have you heard of Jonathan Majors, the guy who played in the last?
Yes, I've heard of Jonathan Majors. Look, hold on, but
White
drop.
woman,
Hold on,
they
drop.
believed him, they arrested him,
Drop.
they charged him.
Drop.
And later,
Drop.
the woman admitted she lied.
Drop. You're not listening. You're not listening to me.
You don't want, bro. You just want to challenge it.
I'm not challenging anything. I'm not.
These women
drop.
will lie.
I don't want to hang up.
take
But if
advantage.
we can't have a conversation, then we got to move on. I want to have a conversation with you. I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't know. I haven't looked this up at all. I'm listening to you. I'm asking questions is not necessarily the same as challenging you. You say to me, I have proof, or they have proven this. And I say, what is the proof? And you say, oh, I don't know. And I say, then how do you know it's proof, that it's proven? And you say, well, it's multiple stories. And we both know that just because multiple stories say that a thing is so doesn't necessarily mean that it's so. So I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but I'm just saying I'm not one that automatically jumps on because the story says this is proof that it's proof. That's all I'm saying.
Is it because of me? Is it because it's coming from me?
No, it's period.
Because you did this before.
Oh my God.
When I called in one of the other times, when I hung up, someone else said something, you didn't challenge them at all.
Oh my goodness.
But when I said it, it was a challenge.
But if
just
somebody
like you accused me,
drop.
just like you accused me
Drop.
of mispronouncing a word,
You
and then
you
don't
didn't
even
mispronounce
know what
it.
a damn moderator is.
You didn't mispronounce it. You said what you said. You said statute of limitations. You were very clear
I
about the word.
mispronounced it.
No,
I
you didn't.
mispronounced it.
No, you didn't. You just used the wrong word.
Statute,
But
come on,
but
come on. Now
but
you wanna see?
but
Why you want
drop
to challenge my Ebonics?
drop. That's not important. If
You sound
somebody
like a
else
uppity.
if somebody else called in here and said, "Nah, man, your drop is right. They proved it," I would say, "What's the proof?" I'm not saying you lying. I'm just asking,
You
what's
got
the proof?
proof in front of you. It's called Google, brother.
But you saw it. So what is the proof?
Emmanuel, I was talking long enough to see you. I'm watching you look at your computer.
All right, let me do another real quick seminar. This
You
is
could've
real quick.
pulled it up.
Hold on a
It only
second.
take a minute.
Hold on a second.
How slow is
This is
your
a
internet?
this is a real quick seminar. Super quick seminar. Guess what? People,
What?
when someone asks you a question and you don't know the answer to it, there is nothing wrong with saying, I don't know. And you don't have to try to turn it on them and say, well, you should know. And you don't have to try to, well, but I don't know. Just say, oh, I don't know what the proof is. There's nothing wrong with that.
Emmanuel, what did you say at the beginning of my call? When I told you, Emmanuel, have you heard of this story? You said no.
Right.
I said, are you going to look it up? And you said yes.
Okay.
And as I'm explaining, you stop. And you ask about, do I have proof? Or is there proof in the article? Again, you could have found out for yourself.
So just
in
say
that
I don't
short
know.
period of time.
Look, we
by
gonna
looking-
hold on. I'm sorry. I'm willing to die on this hill. Just say, drop. When I ask you, what's the proof? Say, I don't know, Emmanuel. So you ready? Let's try
proof-
this.
okay, I'll
Hold
tell
on.
you
No,
what
stop.
the
Let
proof
me
is.
ask the question first. Drop. You said that they have proof that this lady lied. What's the proof?
And I told you it was in the text messages that were part of the discovery in the lawsuit filed by Mel Tucker. and
So
his
what
attorney.
was it? What was the proof? What proved it?
The proof was other text messages or conversations were either, part of the evidence. I'm not exactly sure which side it came from, but the evidence was there that she clearly lied. And all I was telling you was the pattern.
What is that
the
proof?
pattern that happens.
So what is
Because
that proof?
People and organizations
So what
will
is
automatically
what
believe
is
the woman
hold on,
before
what
investigating.
what is that proof? That what is in those messages that proves that she lied?
See, I don't know why you want to do this. It
You
really
could,
doesn't
because you
prove
could easily
anything
say, I don't know.
other than
This is like a seminar, and it's
I'm just
like
a
a
caller.
self-help seminar.
Bro.
And at some point, you have to be willing to admit that you don't know something. So what
I'm
is
not-
in those
dude.
text messages that proves that she lied? What's in there that proves that she lied?
Her words. Her
What
lies,
words?
her pattern.
What
There was
words?
another black football head coach that she did the same thing with.
Okay, and so they
That was
proved that she lied
discovered.
about that too?
No, it
So
had to
then
be
what
from
is
her
the
text messages.
so what is in the
Okay?
text messages that proves that she lied?
A similar call or conversation that Mel Tucker, he said he had with her, okay? She had text messages in her possession that she did the exact
Yo,
same
I'm sorry,
thing with
I'm
another
down this hill.
black
Either he gonna
head
hang
football
up or
coach.
he gonna admit that he don't know. One of those two things is gonna happen. What
What I just tell you, bro,
What?
you only want to hear what you want to hear.
what is in
I told
the
you,
text messages?
This is the extent of my knowledge of the case.
So then
You
say
the
I don't
damn
know.
host.
So say
I'm
I
a
don't know.
caller.
So when I ask the
I'm a
very
caller.
specific question, say
You
I
asked
don't
me to
know.
call in and talk about the story.
So when I
I'm telling you about the story.
but
and
you're
you
not. I'm
acting like
asking a simple
I'm Mel
question.
Tucker's
This
attorney.
could have been. We could have been past this. Hold on. How long you been on?
Dumbass question.
We could have been past this like 10 minutes ago. So what is in the text messages that proves that she lied? Say. So repeat after me. Say I don't know.
Why do I don't understand what the question is.
The question is, I want to hold on.
the
Let me
question
try to
is,
explain it to you like a 5-year-old. Okay,
No, it doesn't matter what I say. It
said
doesn't matter what I say.
It
That's why you
does.
ask the question.
It does matter. You said that
What can I,
there
what you want me
are
to quote?
that
You want me
there
to
are.
quote the text message?
If you know it, sure. You said the
Manuel,
text messages
Man,
proved that she lied. I'm not debating that they proved it. I'm just asking, what did they say that proved it? You could end this by saying, I don't know.
Do you think I know? And
I
I'm just withholding it from
I
you to make you
100%
upset?
believe that you do not know.
No, you actually think.
I
that
100%
I
believe
actually
that you
know the
do
answer to
not
your
know.
question,
Here's what I believe.
But I just enjoy going around in circles
I
with you.
believe you read a story,
No,
and then
Manuel.
I believe you read a story, maybe a few stories.
That you haven't read.
Right. Maybe a few stories that you read that said or suggested that there was proof in some discovery. And then you ran with it.
Check your Twitter account, E-Man. Check your Twitter account.
You're the one who want to share the story with me, and you say there's proof. You should be able to say, this is the proof.
No, you got to read for yourself.
Or you could just say, I don't know.
Could be looking at the exact same thing and have a different interpretation.
I think proof is proof.
Okay?
Proof is proof.
Just like the glass is half empty, the glass is half full. You lean Democrat, you are a Democrat.
You could easily say,
come on.
Emanuel, I don't, because guess what I would say? If I told you, you know what? We got proof that OJ didn't do it. You would say to me, really, we got proof? I'd say, yeah, they got some text messages. You'd say, well, what was in the text messages? I'd say, oh, I don't know. But I read that that it proved his case. But I don't know specifically what's in there. That's what I would say.
Listen,
you refuse to admit that you don't know, and you just running with something that you read. See, this ain't just an exercise to make you say you don't know. This is partially an exercise to get people to understand that just because you read something on the internet, just because a reporter wrote it, just because somebody is quoted, doesn't necessarily equate to that being a fact. So when you come in and you present to me or to anyone, it's a fact that she lied and they have proof of it. Well, where do you understand that to be true? Well, I read a story that said that, but that doesn't make it a fact. That just means you read a story. So present it
Okay,
that way.
okay, all right. I'll give you these facts.
All right.
The fact is, Michigan State got out of a $85 million buyout from the Mel Tucker contract because a woman accused him of something because she knew that they would believe her and get his ass fired. That was her intention, Emanuel. I'm just telling you about this story. The same thing happened to Jonathan Majors. The same thing happened to that baseball player with the Dodgers, Trevor, I can't remember his last name. All of these women pressed charges, but the organizations smeared these men's names before they knew the entire story.
Okay.
Those are the facts. Thanks for taking my call, Emanuel.
All right.
And you be safe in them streets, brother.
You do say. Even him trying to wrap up the facts, some of that was not factual. And I don't mind. Look, everybody, you see something, it seems reasonable. You believe it to be true, but that doesn't necessarily make it factual. That's all I'm saying. And before, like, you can't say, well, you can, but to say to me, she reported this because she wanted to get him fired. I can believe that that's probably the case, but you can't necessarily state that as a fact because she could have reported it because it was an inappropriate relationship. She could have reported it because it was a non-consensual relationship. So the stuff even that you presented at the end to say, well, this is a fact, some of that wasn't factual. Some of that is your strongly held belief. And it may be strongly held based on evidence, but that don't necessarily make it fact. That's all I'm saying. If you call in and tell me, I'm going to tell you this story, and you presenting stuff as fact, I want to know, how do you know it to be a fact? And just because you read it in the Inquirer, don't make it a fact. Come on, don't we all know that? This is the same guy who will say that because Donald Trump is being accused of some crimes, that's proof that the justice system is crooked instead of proof that Donald Trump is a criminal. Now, I don't think it's proof that he's a criminal because he's being charged. But I believe the story if it say this, but I don't believe the story if it say that. It's a fact if it say what I want to believe. It's spin if it say what I don't want to believe. Come on now, do better. Do better. I will look up the story because I'm not following Michigan State football coach story. I didn't even know it was a white woman. Not that it mattered all that much. I will say this. Look, as a general rule, I believe if I'm ever working with I don't remember what her actual title or whatever is, but if I'm ever working with a sexual harassment expert, ain't no sexual stuff happening. If you come to my job as a sexual harassment expert or anything along those lines, I don't care how fine I think you are. I don't care how much you push up on me. I don't care. You can have your breasts all the way up to your chin. You can, wear them one pants that's the pajamas that what's her name, Rihanna was promoting with the rear end out and walk around the office. I'm not falling for that. Why, Manuel? Because you're the sexual harassment expert. And if I don't know anything, I know not to F around with the sexual harassment expert. Just like I know you don't, if the company accountant come to you, don't cheat the company accountant when it come to money. Don't make a side shady deal. When the ethics person come in, don't collude with them to do some unethical stuff. Some of this stuff to me just makes sense. It just makes sense. How do the sexual harassment person come in and you end up on the wrong end of a sexual harassment case with the sexual harassment expert? That's just you being a damn fool. Whether it was consensual or not. Look, if she that fine and you got to have her, wait till her time is done. Wait till the job is over. She's no longer a contractor. You guys are no longer in a work relationship. She has no say and no sway over anything that happens with regard to your job. And then try your luck. Play your hand. Put your bid in. But you don't do it with the sexual harassment person. I remember I wasn't married. I wasn't married. And they brought a lady into Radio 1. She was one of the attorneys who, dealt with relationships and, sexual harassment and all of that kind of stuff. And she actually came in, I think it was like 2 or 3 days, and she did a little seminar for everybody. We all had to be in that seminar. And I'll tell you, she was cute. She was cute. And again, I wasn't married. I had been married, but I wasn't married. And I was thinking, I think I could get it. I think I could get it. And she pulled me aside and we had a little conversation. I'm not even about to lie and say like she tried to push up on me, because she didn't. But she pulled me aside, she had a conversation, and I got the vibe like, I think I could get it. Hold on, not I think I could get it, but like I think, you know what I'm saying? Like we was vibing for a minute. Like I think, you know what I'm saying? I could get the digits, or I think I could, whatever. Probably couldn't, but I felt like I probably could. But I ain't no dummy. She was in here giving us a seminar about not having work relationships and how bad they are. What kind of a fool would I have been to be like, all right, can I get your number? Did you not hear anything I just said in that seminar? Or she could have tricked me like, sure, here's my number. I've been recording everything I said. Like, see, he didn't take the message. Let's get him out of here. It's just, he was foolish. He was foolish. Fellas, ladies, don't be led, not just in this scenario, but in most scenarios. Use good sense. Try to use good sense. Your emotions and your wants and all that stuff might try to lead you astray, but try to use good sense. All right? Try to use good sense. But McConnell, I didn't want to say dumb. But yes, it do feel dumb. It do feel dumb to have sex with the sexual harassment lady. That's dumb. Or, as I would say, foolish. That's foolish. Let's see. I was actually about to talk about something else. I heard Wyatt talking a little bit about Trump and how, Trump saying that this case that's going on in New York don't necessarily make Trump a criminal. And let me say this. I don't understand some of y'all. Wyatt, you included. I don't understand it. 1 minute, we supposed to not complain about the justice system being unfair to us. You put yourself in situations, and if you didn't put yourself in that situation, the justice system wouldn't have a way to be unfair to you and to trick you into doing this and to trick you into doing that. Didn't nobody make you had that cocaine on you? Did nobody make you, do that? Did nobody make you go out there and sell drugs? 1 minute we, take responsibility for your place in it and all of that kind of stuff. Oh, Trump is on track. Well, the justice system ain't fair. And you know what they doing is selective prosecution. So if it's okay for us to be selectively prosecuted, because y'all know we say all the time, and if I say they giving out weed tickets to black people in black neighborhoods, and people in white neighborhoods sell weed or smoke weed too, somebody gonna say, and by somebody I don't necessarily mean Wyatt, but Wyatt might be one of the people who would say it. Why you worried about what they doing over in Indian Hill? Why don't you worry about what you doing? If you don't want to get a weed ticket, don't have no weed. And I'm like, that's selective prosecution. They come in our neighborhoods looking for reasons to prosecute us. Well, don't give them a reason to prosecute us. That's what they would say. If you ain't doing nothing wrong, you really ain't got nothing to worry about. So don't worry about what they doing over there in Hyde Park. Don't worry about what they doing over there in Indian Hill. Don't worry about what they doing over there on the west side or in the white neighborhood in Dale High or whatever. Don't worry about that. You worry about what you doing. Oh, Trump is in trouble. Well, that's selective prosecution. Selective prosecution. That is selective prosecution. I can't call it out when it's happening to me and or my community, but it's cool to call it out when it's happening to Trump. What is wrong? What is going on? I know you're not defending Trump, but you're not being consistent. You're not being consistent. And that's what bothers some of us. I don't want to hear you ride hard for how unfairly they're treating Donald Trump, even if it's true. If you're not consistently riding hard for how unfairly they treating people in the black community. If they can treat people in the black community wrong, and we can chastise black people for recognizing it. Because look, I'm with you. I don't walk around breaking the law because I don't want to get caught up in some of this selective prosecution. Well, mainly because I don't have a desire to break the law. But I don't want to get caught up in this selective prosecution. So you're not going to catch me with, some Coke. Of course, not Coca-Cola. Because you might catch me with some Coca-Cola. But you're not going to catch me with no cocaine. Or with no illegal substances. You're not. Hell, I don't even really speed all that much. It don't count when you're in a hurry on the highway in the passing lane. But I don't really speed through the community. Why? Because I'm black. Oh, here we go with all of that black people. Oh, they treat me bad because I'm black. Oh, they treat us unfair because we black. Look, they do. They do. But I know they do. So, I try to do what's right. I try the speed limit. I do what I got to do. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't break the law because I know there are, you know, selective prosecutions going on. I know it. And if I get caught up in that selective prosecution, I'm like, they only prosecuting me. They don't prosecute white people. White people do the same thing. What y'all gonna say? What y'all gonna say? Be honest. Be honest. What y'all gonna say? Y'all know what y'all gonna say. I know what y'all gonna say. Why I say I'm sounding crazy? Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. And then tell me what did I say that was a lie? Tell me what did I say that's a lie? There's a segment of people, again, I don't believe people are doing this to be malicious. I really don't. I believe people are doing it to, have people hold themselves accountable. I really do. But why can't we look at Trump and say, hold yourself accountable? Oh, it's Trump. It's selective prosecution. They shouldn't be doing this to him. It's horrible. Everybody do it. Wasn't nobody hurt. The bank didn't complain. It's a personal situation. It's the way things are done. It's the way it's always been done. But if it was fraud, it was fraud. And if the court said it was fraud, who are you to argue with the court? The law is the law. And the idea that just because you are charged in a civil case means that what you did ain't criminal or can't make you be looked at as a criminal, that's flawed. That's flawed. We can look at many examples to prove that that's not true. We can look at many examples to prove that that's not true. But it's not a criminal case, it's a civil case. So, Donald Trump was found, somebody help me with the wording because I don't necessarily want to say the wrong words. In a civil case, they found that he had committed what did they call it? A sexual assault or sexual whatever. Now, I guess legally, I can't be like, he a rapist. But the essence of what that ruling in that civil court said was, he a rapist. Well, he's not a rapist. He just sexually assaulted somebody. He's not a criminal. They just found that he sexually assaulted somebody. That's a criminal. A criminal is a dude that'll run around sexually assaulting people. Well, but it's civil. No, Bob, don't make excuses for him. He put himself in these positions. His actions put him in these positions. Talk about him like you would talk about any run-of-the-mill black man who put himself in those positions. He out there talking about they're charging me with it. So what? You put yourself in that position. Stop complaining. Take responsibility for your actions. This judge is in. So what? You wouldn't have had that judge if you didn't do those actions that put you in the position to be sitting in front of that judge. What? You can't say that about Donald Trump. You can't say that about Donald Trump. Or if you say that about Donald Trump, then you falling for the trick. That's what they want you to do. They want you to fall for that trick. They want you to believe that he did. O.J. Simpson was found not guilty in a criminal case, but found guilty on the same case in a civil trial. Explain how that happens, my man. Because they're different. I'm not saying they're not different. But you telling me the people, because OJ was found guilty in that civil trial, people didn't take that and be like, he a criminal. He murdered people. He was found liable for killing those people. Nobody thinks that if you're found liable for killing people, you're not a criminal. Everybody like, yeah, OJ's a killer. And not in a good way. Like a killer. With the hard ER, not with the A. He's a killer, not a, killer. And I hate to say it, I don't hate to say it, but Anthony got a point. He said, remember, we can't pay attention to all the smoke surrounding, I'm not going to call him that, Trump. Yet the smoke surrounding Biden means he's guilty as hell. Y'all don't see that as a double standard? Trump did stuff. Now, whether you believe that stuff is, he's guilty of what he's accused of, he did what he did. It's just a matter of what he did. Does that constitute fraud? But he did stuff. He did what he did. Does what he did constitute sexual assault or whatever the thing was? But he actually did that stuff. He did what he did. So did he break the law when he took those documents? He can't be like, I didn't take no documents. I don't know what you're talking about. He took documents. He made that phone call. Now you can argue, but nothing illegal about that phone call. It was perfect. It was perfect. You can make that argument, but he did that. He actually did stuff that now the courts are looking at and determining, were laws broken? Was that fraudulent? Now, let me tell you, this is not the same, and I'm not using this as an analogy because I know we're not ready for analogies yet. But I worked at a meatpacking plant years ago. Shut up, Myosha. See, I was complaining about my meatpacking plant stories. Shut up. I worked at a meatpacking plant. And there was a dude at this meatpacking plant, I'm not going to say his name. On the application, when he filled out the application, it asks the question about whether or not you've ever been convicted of a crime. And he said no. He lied. They didn't check. They just took his word for it. He got hired. He worked there for, it had to be a good year. It had to be a good year. And then, out of nowhere, they came back like, hey, we need to have a conversation with you. I only know this because he told me. And I believe him. They came to him and they said to him, hey, on your application it said you had never been convicted of a crime, but at some point we went and checked and you've been convicted of a crime. They asked him to explain himself. I don't think he could make the argument. Everybody does that. Or that's a common practice. A lot of people who've been convicted of crimes say that they haven't been convicted of crimes, and it's up to you to do your due diligence to figure out whether or not I'm telling the truth or not before you give me the job. And then you can't come back after you done gave me the job and you've been paying me for a year and I performed admirably. You can't now come back and say, oh, we went back and looked at it and they fired him. Because he misrepresented himself when he filled out that form. I don't know that he committed a crime, but he had to pay the consequences for them lies. And just for the record, something is wrong with y'all. Something is wrong with y'all. Yes, I worked at a meat packing plant. Something is wrong with y'all. Y'all are too hyperfixated on stuff like that. Y'all are too hyperfixated. Even though I have to admit, I be hyperfixated on it too, because it's funny. But you shouldn't say it about me. Save those jokes for Lincoln Ware. Save those jokes for Lincoln Ware. Not about me. Oh. Now, I don't know if Donald Trump is guilty. I don't know. I don't know if he's guilty of a crime. I suspect he probably has committed a crime or two in his day, or instructed people to commit a crime or two. But I don't like to hear all of the belly aching about him being called to the carpet for his actions. If we can't complain about it when it happens to us as a community, y'all can't complain about it when it happens to him as an individual. Stop it. Stop it. You can't have it both ways, in my opinion. But you know, Bill Cosby is guilty. Not Bill Cosby. He admitted it. That's different. That is different. Here's what I know. I know Donald Trump took those documents. He said he took those documents. See, I'm not saying I believe he took those documents. He took them. He said he took them. He said he think he got a right to take them. Now, I don't know the law enough to know whether or not he had a right to take them. But if you show me the law and the law clearly says he didn't have a right to take them, then I would say, yeah, he broke the law. He took those documents. He's a document taker. You know what I'm saying? But with regard to Bill Cosby, he admitted that he raped somebody, bro. And I know rape is not legal. He admitted it. So I can confidently say he's a rapist. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Donald Trump is a document taker. Bill Cosby is a rapist by their own admission. Why is that a problem? When people admit to doing stuff that they did, then how do you... Oh, Bill Cosby never admitted to rape. Bill Cosby admitted that he gave that girl them pills to knock her out for sex. He admitted that he did that. That's rape to me. There might be a different technical definition. There might be a different technical definition for it. But that's rape to me. If you admit to giving people pills to knock them out for the purpose of having sex with them, I'm saying you're an admitted rapist. If you admit to taking documents from a place, I'm saying you're a document taker. And if you admit to being an empty-headed hater, I'm saying you're an empty-headed hater. I don't have no problem with saying that you are what you said you are. None. But I don't understand the people who constantly tell us to let the system play out and don't prejudge and don't, all of that kind of stuff. I don't understand those people telling us, hey, Donald Trump is getting a raw deal. Let the system play out. Don't prejudge. Ron says Joe didn't have the ability to take those documents. He broke the law. It's a wonder why nobody is discussing it. He clearly broke the law and knew he was breaking the law. I don't know that to be true. I don't know if what he did broke the law. Is he being charged with breaking the law? I don't know. He's a document taker. Him and Mike Pence and Donald Trump, they're document takers. Why y'all not getting me hung up on Bill Cosby? I know what y'all trying to do. Talk about Bill Cosby, don't talk about Donald Trump. I'm not worried about Bill Cosby. He raped people. He found guilty of it. He got off on a technicality. He admitted to raping people, and that's that. Now, if you want to, because he is rich, so I know how some people are. Told y'all about this yesterday. If you're rich, all of that stuff is in the past. It don't matter. So if you want to, Bill Cosby's rich, he's famous, he's funny, he gave to HBCUs, and he this, he that, so he's a good guy, no matter how many people he raped, then be that. I'm not going to be that. I'm sorry. But you can be that. I'm not telling you not to be that. I know how people feel about rich people, and I don't want to, change y'all mind and make y'all think it's possible that there could be a rich person that's not a good person. I don't want to do that. Ron said, I don't want to talk about Trump taking documents. I want to talk about Biden taking documents, and he knew it was illegal. Call me Ron. Ron, call me and we can talk about it. Ron, call me and we can talk about it. And somehow, please work baby Jesus into the conversation. Oh, where are you going, little baby? Okay. Oh, boy, y'all funny. Y'all funny. Oh, I don't know. I don't know that it was illegal for Joe Biden to take those documents. But if it was illegal for Trump if it was illegal for Joe Biden to take them, Ron, was it illegal for Trump to take them? Or was it okay for Trump to take them? Ron, you're an interesting character to me. You're an interesting character to me. Oh, Lewis still want to talk about Bill Cosby. I'm not talking about Bill Cosby no more. I'm sorry, you're not totally getting me off the point. Mike Pence and Joe Biden had documents that should have not been in their possession. But the big difference is that they turned over the documents and didn't twice lie that they had turned over all the documents that they had. Somehow they got I'm certain that there's some other reason why it's okay. Why Mike Pence was okay, Joe Biden was bad, and Donald Trump was okay. Because people believe whatever it is that they want to believe. That's what they believe. And you can't convince them of no different. And if black people are bad for complaining about he was not a sitting president. He wasn't. He wasn't. He was supposed to when he was lying about whether or not he had documents, he was not in office. He was not in office. I know you might think he was because you think he really still the president. He's still the president. That was not a real election. He's running the presidency, and Joe Biden is dead, and that's a double up there that you see giving the speeches. But Donald Trump is running everything in the background. So you might think he was still the sitting president, but he's not. He's not. And y'all, I didn't just make this stuff up. That is actual stuff that particular side is saying. You know, they do believe that Joe Biden is dead. They honestly believe he died. They had a funeral for him and everything, but it was secret. That the military is running the government at Donald Trump's command. And Donald Trump is calling all of the shots, except for the ones that they don't agree with. And then that's Joe Biden's double is doing that because there are parts of the government that don't know that Joe Biden ain't the actual government, ain't the actual president, but Donald Trump is the actual president. I'm not making that up. I heard people having those conversations. And I got a feeling that Ron might be one of those people. I got a feeling that Ron might be one of those people. B-Rab said, who believes that? Bro, you have to watch some of these people. I really want to do it one of these days, who go to these Trump rallies and interview people. We got Ron D calling in. Ron!
I ain't scared of you, Emanuel. I just got my dog with me, and I know she was gonna make some noise.
All right, what's on your mind?
Okay, now of course, wait. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. So, first of all, I mean, just right now.
Right now.
Right now, is the country better off than they were with Trump? Be honest.
But,
Is
hold
it
on.
better off?
Hold on. Define better off.
Oh, now you are now. Why we say tongue wrestling? Now I ain't gonna tongue wrestle with you.
I'm asking. Hold on. Stop. Ron. Stop.
You know what better off is.
Ron. I want to have a decent back and forth, right? So if you ask me if you ask
was gas cheaper?
Ron.
You said
Ron.
Okay.
Ron. If you ask me a subject, I can't even get a sentence out. Let me get a sentence out.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you ask me a subjective question, then I need to know the parameters by which we are judging. Okay. So if you say if it was the country better off, define better off, and then I can answer the question.
Okay. Well, was immigration a mess when Donald Trump was in office?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Was it as bad now? Or was it as bad then as it is now?
I believe so, yes.
You don't, man, you like that. That's just a flat out lie. Now, what's the trip is?
Hold on. Wait.
Now,
How you gonna tell me I'm lying?
that's
Okay,
a flat out
because
lie.
again, you have to define what is better or the same. So are you telling me?
No.
Wait, are you?
The immigrants? It's 6 million immigrants have come up in the Joe Biden administration. That was not nearly that many in the Trump administration.
How many?
You got to admit that.
How many came through during the Trump administration?
Listen. See, and I know what you do.
That's a
you
always.
No. You always run around the total question with other
I'm not
questions,
running around
with
anything.
other questions.
Look,
Wait a minute, with other questions.
Ron, stop, Ron. I'm asking. These are super simple questions for information.
Okay.
I promise you. Wait.
It was 800,000. It was 800,000 in the Trump administration.
What?
It's 6 million.
Ron.
It's 6 million.
Ron.
Okay.
Ron.
Okay.
Listen, please listen to me. Okay.
I'm listening.
I'm asking you questions. I'm not trying to trick you or trap you. I'm asking you for information. So you're telling me that in the entire 4 years that Donald Trump was president, only 800,000 illegal immigrants came to the United States.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
I don't believe you, but I'll have to look that up.
Okay. It was 1 million. No. It was 4 million. It was 4 million.
Wait.
Now it's 6 million.
Oh my God.
It's 6 million. It's 6 million more than 4. It's 6 million more than 4.
Your number has changed in the past 30 seconds.
But
I think 4 times in 30 seconds. How can I trust your number?
I know. Okay. I know that it's 6 million in the Biden administration. Now, I would guesstimate, and you could do the Google like Drop said.
We guesstimate.
But I don't have a problem with saying 4 million with Trump. 4 million. Is 6 more than 4?
6 is definitely more than 4.
Okay. So it is immigration better or worse with the Trump administration or Biden administration?
Again, define better or worse.
I defined it. The number of immigrants coming over here.
So that's your definition of whether it's better or worse is just sheer numbers.
No, that's one of the things that I will say. Now, is 6 million more than 4?
I already answered that. Yes.
Okay.
See, but hold on, Ron. I want you to see something. I want you to see something before we move forward. Have you noticed that every time you ask me a question, and I actually have the answer, I just answer the question. I'm not. I see what you're trying to do. You asked me is 6 more than 4. You know what I said? I said yes. I said yes. Okay.
Okay. Now, that's my gauge for the immigrant situation. That's my gauge for the immigrant situation.
Okay.
Now, was gas more expensive during the Trump administration or less expensive?
I'm not
during
sure.
the Biden administration?
I'm not sure.
Oh, man. Now, see, you did. Okay.
Why? Okay. Oh, my God. I'm telling you.
I'm sure. But okay,
I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm not sure. I would have to look at the prices. I would have to look at the prices.
Okay. I'm telling you, I'm sure.
But I can't trust your numbers.
Okay.
But I can't trust your numbers.
Okay. But anyway, I'm sure. You can't trust my numbers?
I can't.
Just Google it. Just like you did with Drop. Just Google it. It's a simple question. Now, was it signals of war and during the Trump administration?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Were there signals of war during the Trump administration?
Yes.
Okay, now you gonna twist that all up. Okay, now
You asked the question. I
we
told
were
you
okay.
yes.
Now we were not technically. Well, no, we were technically at war because you're gonna twist that up.
See,
Okay,
you
no,
actually you answer
hey,
it
no,
even
no, because
Ron, Ron,
I gotta think like you. I gotta think
Ron,
like you
Ron,
because I know what you're gonna say.
Ron. See, here's what you're
Okay.
doing. Here's what you're doing. You are trying to ask questions that, in your mind, in whatever metric you're using, these are the metrics that make the country better under one
But
than the
see,
other. And but come
but
on, let me
see,
get it. Can I get
there's,
it out? You won't even let me get it out.
okay, go ahead,
You're trying to say that these are the metrics that make it better under one or than the other. But then once you start to ask the question and you begin to actually think about the answer, and this is what I hope to do, you begin to think about the answer, you abandon because you know,
Oh yeah.
because
Okay.
you
I'm
know
sorry. Go
that the
ahead.
answer is probably not gonna fall on your side of the argument.
Yep. I know that because I know you. I've been listening to you for 5 years. I know how you work. Just like niggas say, you twist it up. You twist it up. So now, okay. Now, was the GDP better administration or
I
Trump's
don't
administration?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Now, why you can't accept the fact that looking around, I know you know food. I know you go to the grocery store and spend a lot more money than you did during the Trump administration. I know that when you go to the gas station, you notice that you spend more money. Oh, and if you don't, you must be making that Lincoln money, like you always say, tell Lincoln. You the basically if you be honest, we were doing a lot better under the Trump administration
Well, let me say this,
than
Ron.
the Biden. Okay.
Let me say this. This is why that's a difficult and very subjective question to ask.
Okay.
Because just because those are the metrics that you choose to use and only the ones that fall in your favor, there are other metrics that other people would use.
Name one. Name one. Name one. So if there's other metrics that you would use, what's better about the Biden administration than it was with the Trump administration? What? Tell me what?
I think that more people, I guess I can't, let me not speak for more people. I feel much more confident in Joe Biden as a serious guy, as an honest guy who is aware of how government works and who knows how to work with other people in government. And to me, that is a metric that one might use to say things are much better now than they were under. They are much better now. Hold on, my metric is bullshit, but your metric is okay.
That's bullshit. No, man. What's the trip, man? Yeah, you know, Democrats.
Hold on. Let me ask you this. You asked me like a million questions. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. You asked me a million questions. Let me ask you this. Do you believe that Joe Biden understands how the federal government works better than Donald Trump?
That motherfucker don't understand shit right now. Boy, they're not fucking falling.
Hold on.
Can't even read the cue card.
Why are you screaming and cussing at me, bro? I'm not cussing at you.
I'm sorry. But listen to me. You know, it's a trip, man. How the left and Democrats. That's why. What's the prosecutor's name that ran? What's the prosecutor's name that ran?
I don't know. Who you talking about?
No, in the local city. What's the prosecutor that ran that's black? I can't figure. Fanon Rucker.
Okay, because a number of people have run for prosecutor who.
Okay. Okay. Fanon Rucker. That's the reason his ass didn't get in. That's that. And wait a minute. Just wait a minute.
I'm listening.
You know,
that's
the reason. That's the reason why we're the fifth racist city in the nation, but
What's
fourth.
the reason? You keep saying that's the reason. What are you talking
Oh,
about
okay,
is the
man.
reason?
But you're willing to cut your nose off despite your face. You
What?
are willing. You are willing. You are willing to say that our country was better off with Biden
Yes.
than we were off with Trump. And it's a trip. We
I
are
think
at war.
I think Ron, I think I'm not so worried that someone is going to try to override the Constitution and take over the government under Biden as I was under Trump.
Them fucking fools wasn't gonna get nowhere. No, that's just a farce, man. And then everybody sit there and believe that Tucker Carlson, and I know you're gonna go say, "Oh, it's Tucker Carlson," but he had the video.
Well, he had what video?
Wait a minute. He had the video.
He had what video?
Wait. He had the video of them, the guards taking around people in the Capitol. That old fool that they locked up, and I bet you they ain't really lock them up. You know, man, it's a trip. I'm so passionate because everybody falling for the okie doke.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Help
me understand what you're talking about.
All right.
Hold on. Hold on. Let's do this. Because I want to understand you. I want to understand you. The point. So, in essence, the entire point that you wanted to make with this call is to tell me that the country is better off or was better off under Trump than it was under Biden. That's your entire point.
The whole point.
Okay.
Of my conversation.
All right.
Is quit sleeping on. I mean, you as an influencer, okay? You as an influencer, and I get so mad at Lincoln, telling the half truths, because he's such an influencer, and we need our people to give us accurate information. We don't need our people to give us a Democratic talking point.
What was the deficit under Donald Trump?
I don't know right off rip, but
wait, you know all these other numbers, but you don't know what
it was 1 point. I think it was 1.7, and he what you call it, jumped it up to it's like 6.4 right now. We are in inflationary terms.
Who has Ron,
you asked me the point of my call.
Ron, who has the largest deficit of any president ever in one term?
I don't know. It must be Donald Trump.
No, I'm asking you. You know all these numbers. I'm asking.
But see, I want to tell you. You said you. What's the purpose of my call? And this is important. What's the purpose of my call?
Okay.
Like I said.
Keep accurate.
We stuck on Democratic talking points and all that stuff. Hey, just like Iris and Alicia Reese.
Hold on, stop. You getting sidetracked. What's the point?
Okay,
the point of the call. The point of the call.
We stuck on Democratic talking points, and we're not stuck on the truth and trying to move us forward as a people, and not just black people. Because it's poor middle class people that's going to be devastated.
So the whole point of your call is to tell people to be Republicans.
The whole point of my call, because I'm an independent. I'm not a Republican. The whole point.
See, I almost hung up on you. Don't lie. Don't lie. Just don't lie. Just be honest. I'm a Republican and I support Republicans and Trump.
I
Don't lie.
don't lie. I mean, you just want to spin that, but you can't spin it, bro.
You are clearly a Republican. You are clearly a Republican.
No,
You screaming.
no, you can't spin it, baby. You can't spin it. You want to spin it. You want to spin it.
You are
but
clearly
spin it.
you are clearly a
You want to
Republican.
spin it.
Come on, just be
You want
honest.
to spin it.
Ron, just be honest.
You want to spin
There's
it.
nothing wrong
but
with you
you
being
can't.
a Republican. There's
You-
nothing. It don't
and-
make you
and-
evil.
And the listeners
It don't.
and the people that's in the chat.
Oh, my goodness.
No, hey, look.
So again, the whole point
Hey,
of your
you
call
wanna
was.
spin it.
So the
You
whole
wanna
point of
spin
your
it.
call was
The whole
no,
point of my call.
no talking points, and what else?
No, man. You know, just tell us the truth. When you
Tell us the truth.
tell a one-sided thing about Donald Trump, and you erase what stuff we're going through in the Biden administration, you just telling you a lie by omission. You telling a lie by omission.
I'm telling
That's
you didn't. Hold on,
crazy.
you Ron.
That is
Ron.
crazy.
Ron.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Did you tell me the bad stuff about the Trump administration?
Listen.
I can't believe you just literally said, bro, just yes
No,
or no.
I-
Did you tell
hey,
me, Ron?
No,
Ron.
no, and I don't know all the bad parts of the Trump administration. I'm living right now. I'm living here and now.
But didn't you say, Ron,
That-
didn't you say
Yeah.
that if you only tell half of the truth, that's a lie by omission, and you want people to
it's a
stop?
lie, it's a lie by omission.
Right. And so if you Ron,
give me a chance,
Ron.
if you give me a chance, I'll go
God.
through all the things that the Trump administration went through that harmed the American people.
All right, tell me.
But it wasn't that much.
Tell me.
Shit.
Tell me.
It was.
Tell me.
What could you say?
Tell me.
Okay.
I don't have
okay,
to say.
now-
You said you gonna say.
Okay. No. Okay. Wait. Now, he met with all the black pastors, so I gotta go run through the Rolodex.
What?
He met with all the black pastors.
And you think that's a bad thing?
Wait. No, it wasn't a bad thing. Cause I'm just running through the Rolodex to see the bad things.
Yeah, you said you gonna.
I got to remember the bad things. So I know if I remember the good things, but through my mental Rolodex, I'll run up
right.
on the bad things.
Right.
I'll run up on the bad thing.
Right.
Let me do it.
Right.
Can I do it?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I bet you don't want me to do it.
What?
Not like
Hold on.
that.
Wait, if I
Not
was
like that.
wait a minute, if I was a Democrat, and as you say, why would my Democrat self not want you to tell us the bad things that Donald Trump has done?
But because like I said, I want to run through the middle Rolodex because I don't remember the bad stuff.
Oh, and that's not a hold on, and that's not a lie by omission. That's not a lie. Telling us nothing but good stuff is not a lie by omission.
But you know the gas price is higher during the Trump administration.
I don't know
during
what
Biden
the average gas
administration.
price.
You know,
Ron.
food
Ron.
is-
Ron, thank you
Okay.
thank you for calling.
all right, man.
All right. Have a good one. Didn't I just tell y'all this? I don't have a problem with saying that I don't know what I don't know. So if you, I could see if I was just sitting here, and I had just did research and I have a sheet in front of me to tell me this stuff. But if you ask me off the top of my head, right off the, don't put it in the screen, off the top of your head, right now, what was the average gas price during the Obama administration? Don't nobody know that stuff right off the top of their head unless they just been sitting back researching it. And I don't have a problem saying, listen to this. I don't have a problem saying when you ask me a question that I don't know, I don't know. So yeah, if you come up to me and you ask me just flat out the average gas price during the Trump administration, I don't know. If you just out of nowhere come up to me and say, how many illegal immigrants crossed the border in 2017? I don't know. I don't know. Now, if you know, tell me. Even though if you know, the answer shouldn't change 3 times in 10 seconds. Y'all see how he tried to do that? He said it was 800,000. And I said, hold on, just so I'm clear, you're telling me that during the Trump administration, only 800,000 illegal immigrants crossed the border. Well, I'll say it was a million. Oh, well, okay, I'll say it was 2 million. Okay, I'll say it was 4 million. I thought it was 800,000 10 seconds ago. Why it says, because CNN ain't telling y'all, but y'all know all about Trump. I don't know what that was the point I was making. I don't know how many illegal immigrants crossed the border under Trump. Just like I don't know how many crossed the border under Biden, which I don't think anybody knows that. I don't think that they can accurately count that. But how do y'all believe that y'all are the same people who believe you can't trust the government to do all of this stuff because the government is anti this and anti that, but y'all believe government numbers? Who told you 6 million people have crossed under Biden? The same people that you don't believe, but you believe it. They don't have an accurate number of the number of immigrants who've crossed under any of these presidents. And see, that y'all like to come in and pretend like y'all, I'm not a Republican. I don't support the Republicans. I'm not of that. I'm like, look, I don't believe none of this stuff that none of them say. Which is why when you ask me questions like, is the country better under Trump or is it better under Biden? How are you defining better? Because that's subjective. For me, am I better? I'm much better under Biden than under Trump. I was in a job that didn't appreciate me and didn't pay me very well. Under Biden, I'm no longer at that job. I make more money than I made at that job, and I have much more freedom. It's subjective. But y'all want me to know numbers that you think support your position. CNN ain't telling me none of this information. None of it. And I'll be honest, I don't just sit around researching the number of immigrants that crossed under Donald Trump versus the number that crossed under Joe Biden. I don't. Y'all think we talk show hosts. A lot of us ain't really all that stupid. We're not as smart as some people think we are, but we're not as dumb as other people think we are. We're somewhere in the middle. If I'm preparing a show, which I haven't actually had an opportunity to do in a long time, then and I'm prepared to talk about the immigration and the numbers of people who have migrated illegally, I might have them numbers right in front of me. So I seem like I'm a genius when somebody call in and say, how many illegal immigrants crossed the border? And I'm like, it was 1.734 million. And you're like, oh, damn, he know that. I only know it because I just looked that shit up. So you know how you can get a talk show host, make yourself sound smart to you and maybe to the listeners? Research some stuff. Call in and then start asking those very specific questions about the stuff that you just researched. Now, here's one thing a lot of talk show hosts won't do. They're like Drop Squad 52. A lot of talk show hosts will not say these 3 words. I don't know. They try to wiggle around it and so that they seem like they know everything and so they won't tell you that I'm not one of them dudes. What was the average price of gas January of 2019? I don't know. It was 327. See, you don't know as much as you think you know. You just looked it up. But you only looked up the stuff that supported your argument. And then you tell me, well, if you don't tell the whole story, it's a lie by omission. I say, all right, well, how much did Donald Trump add to the deficit? I don't know. You know, all these other numbers. You can tell me day by day how many illegal immigrants cross the border and break it out by each state. You can tell me day by day, almost hour by hour, how much the gas was. But you don't know that number. Because it don't fit your narrative. Was it any war, any rumblings of war under Donald Trump? Well, wait a minute. I don't want to ask that question because you know it was. So you don't want to ask that question. You caught yourself. And you was thinking, remember when he was talking about dropping a nuke on Rocket Man? Oh, we was in a war during the Trump administration. Oh, okay, so I better not ask that question because that don't fit my narrative. Ron says, do the research. And then Ron says, damn, he should have just said he didn't know. I said I don't know. That was my answer. And when I said I don't know, you MF this and MF that. I said I don't know. What is wrong with people? Damn, he should have just said he didn't know. Were we on the same call? She is not my research assistant with that earpiece in. Oh, he should have said he don't know. Oh. Oh my goodness. And just say you a Republican. Just say it. See, my argument ain't actually that. Here's my argument about Trump. He's a horrible human being. He is a racist. And he does not care about the country or the Constitution or the law or anything. He cares about Trump. That's my whole argument about Trump. If Trump knew that he could throw this government into chaos, which he tried to do on January 6th, he could throw this government into chaos and become the supreme ruler, do away with the Constitution, and create some sort of a crazy monarchy, he would. And that's why I'm anti-Trump. That's why I'm anti-Trump. It ain't about the gas prices. Because gas prices going to go up and down. They're going to go up and down. It ain't about the deficit. Some people going to add more. Some people going to add less. It ain't about all that other stuff. Donald Trump, in my opinion, is not fit to be the president, in the sense that I don't think he cares about the nation, the country, the rule of law, the way things are supposed to work, governing. He cares about Donald Trump. That's my opinion, based on like everything that I've seen from Donald Trump. I think putting Donald Trump in office is putting this nation and the representative democracy, or whatever way you want to call how we govern, at risk. I think it's dangerous. It is dangerous to the government of this nation. I think we were lucky that there were enough people there, maybe just enough people there, to stop him from doing certain things. But I don't know that the people who would still be a part of his administration, knowing what they now know, having heard all of the stories from all of the other people who worked with him, who talked about all of the different things that he wanted to do and that they kind of stood firm against. Anybody who would be a part of his administration now would go along with it. Just my opinion. So I think he's a danger to the country. And I think he's a racist. So now we know E don't like Trump because he's a patriot. Come on, bro. Well, yeah, you could make that argument. Look, I don't believe America is flawless in any way, shape, or form. I believe it's all right. You know what I'm saying? In terms of what we got, it's all right. Stuff to work on, but you don't want to push it back the other way and then totally change it and make it something different. I don't have an American flag. I don't have an American flag. I don't fly an American flag. 65% of the time, I don't stand up for the national anthem. You know what I'm saying? All of that kind of stuff. I'm not all of that. At the same time, I don't want to be walking around talking about Heil Trump. And then Heil Donald Jr. And then Heil Donald III. Because we didn't vote for him, but because he switched the government and he became the king, and now it just passes down his family. So yeah, that's why I don't like Trump. And what would happen to the First and Second Amendments if their beloved Trump was elected? He wouldn't give a damn. Maybe certain people would be allowed to benefit from those amendments, but not everybody. So yeah, I mean, that's just the truth. But if you're a Republican, say you're a Republican. I tell y'all, I lean Democrat. I lean left. But I'm not in love with no Democrats. You do not hear me on here arguing that Democrats are great. They're great for the country. They're great. They're this, they're that. People shouldn't prosecute Democrats, because if people prosecute Democrats, it's really just them trying to pull the wool over our eyes. I mean, no. If Democrats break the law, prosecute their ass. But there were no other wars and no other grumblings of war during the Trump administration. We are at war with China right now. Okay, I'm not even going. Okay, you're right. You're right. Nobody talked about war, even though we were involved in war. No, there were no wars under Trump. None. And nobody talked about it. He didn't talk about dropping bombs on nobody. If you're a Republican, just say you're a Republican. And then you got to be willing to actually have a conversation. Like, Ron, I'll be honest, what you were doing, I don't know about nobody else. But even if I were, kind of in the middle on Trump, you wouldn't have swayed me. You can't get mad when I ask a simple, fair question. Y'all always think I'm trying to trap y'all and trick y'all. I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart. I'm trying to get an understanding. All right, you rest your case. When you rest your case, that means you shut the fuck up. So you rested your case. There was something else I wanted to talk about. I can't even remember what it was. But my time is almost up anyway. My time is about up. I gotta take this little baby out and teach her how to ride a bike today. Yeah, we taking the training wheels off today. Give me 10 minutes and I believe she'll know how to ride a bike without training wheels. So that's what I'm doing when I leave here. She's been very patient. She's been very patient. So we're gonna, go ahead and leave. Oh no. And they said, what was the topic today? I don't even know. We got caught up in basically, here's the takeaway. Here's the takeaway for today. When people ask you a question in a debate, if you know the answer, just get an answer. And if you don't, then you can say, I don't know. Just say, I don't know. That's the big takeaway today. There's nothing wrong with saying that you don't know something that you don't know right there on the spot. That's the big takeaway. I'm teaching like grown men elementary lessons. Ron, I don't have no beef with you either. I don't, you are you. I enjoyed your call. I did. I promise I did. I enjoyed your call. You should call more often. All right, y'all. I got to get ready to get out of here. My name is Emanuel Livingston. This show is the afternoon experiment. I believe I'll be back Monday. I believe it. And I think believing it is halfway there to achieving it. All right? We're going to go try to teach the little baby how to ride a bike. If you out and about, enjoying your weekend, do me one favor. Be the reason somebody smiles today, all right? Till next time. I'm out, y'all. Peace.